according to this, we are streaming, so we are live, gentlemen.
Woo!
And just to properly open the show, because it is the season.
I don't hear anything. Do you hear anything?
No, the Jason's like about to suck off his microphone.
You can't hear it?
No, I hear absolutely nothing.
Oh, I was playing the it's WrestleMania. All right, sorry. Well,
Also,
I tried
like
to get it to come through.
you like, yeah, it was weird. Like you
I
also
mean-
sound like you're far away. I sound confused.
I mean, you should at least play the sexy jazz music from like the early WrestleManias. That was the best.
Yeah, that's the one I was playing.
No, you're playing like WrestleMania like 10 area, 10 era.
Okay. All right, well, sorry. Oh, shit. My microphone fell. All right. We are off to a hot start. It's been a week off. Sorry about this. Hey, welcome everybody to another edition of the Gimmick Minute Wrestling Podcast. This is the WrestleMania edition, really. I mean, honestly, like that. There's really not much else to talk about. I know we missed. Well, I guess we did miss 2 weeks, didn't we? Was it 2
Yeah,
weeks?
we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We made a pact not to say anything to see if you notice.
Well, I mean, there's not much I could do about it though. I left on Thursday. And
Well, no, last week originally you said we were going to be gone for 1 week, but then you weren't back last Thursday yet.
Right. Yeah. So it was.
Yeah,
You
we
said
didn't know
we-
that. So we were just like he texted me. He's like, "So should we say anything?" And I'm like,
Well, it didn't matter. I wasn't even in the country. Like I was on.
"Well, we didn't know
we
that at the
didn't know.
time." Yeah, we didn't know that at the time. So like when you didn't like say anything, he's like, "Oh well, I just texted him and he said that he's not even."
Yeah,
in the
because
country
Mike texted me like early next morning, and you're like, "Oh my god!" And Mike's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it worked." I'm like, "No, I talked to Jason. Because I texted because that was Jason's birthday,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
texted-
that's what it was.
and-
Yeah, because
and-
then I.
and then he said, "Hey, I'll be flying back tomorrow." So I was like, "Nah."
Yeah, because originally you were like, "Oh, we're only taking 1 week off," so like we didn't realize you.
Oh, I
weren't.
gotcha. So
I mean,
you
I
thought
mean,
you got a
I mean,
bonus
it didn't
week,
ma-
like I forgot about the
We
podcast.
did. We were so
Yeah,
excited. We
yeah.
were just like, "He's too tired. He forgot."
Well, I mean, as soon as like Mike, 'cause I think I was texting him like on my way home from work or something like that, and like I purposely did not get on Discord at all the rest of the night. So whether you were back and you were gonna text us or something, like I was not gonna respond.
So we're going. If I wasn't on a boat, then we would have still not had the podcast because you guys were going to ignore me all day.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
Gotcha.
essentially.
quite
That
likely.
was kind of the plan. But I assumed that what would happen is the same thing that happens every time we make that plan. And Kevin would have bitched out at the last second and been like, "Well, we should probably do it."
How
I
often
just
do you
feel
guys
bad.
talk behind my back about not recording the podcast?
Only a handful of times here and there.
No, I mean it's not really behind your back. We're telling you right now.
Well, yeah,
we
now,
don't
like a year later.
No, it was a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I-
All
That
right.
mean,
usually
it-
ends with me texting him being like, "Fucking traitor."
Yeah. Usually it starts like it's either one of us is like, I don't know about you, but I don't know if I want to record that.
It's like, I'm pretty tired. I don't know
So if
about you.
anybody listening to this is looking to be on a podcast, I'll be looking for 2 new co-hosts in the upcoming weeks. Just drop me an email at Gimmick Minute, or was it liveyourgimmick@gmail.com.
Gimmick live your minute.
liveyourgimmick@gmail.com. Just
Yeah.
send me an email with your
Yeah.
resume if you want to be a podcast host. I will tell you it is
Also, if you like to be told to start at this time and wait 15 minutes, then you're right up the alley.
Yep, this is the podcast for you.
and just so you know, this is a non-paying job. So unless you're
Yeah, that's
unless you're
another
good enough
reason
to
why
help
we
get us
usually are like, "I'm
monetized.
too tired."
Yeah. I just hear your DMs going crazy right now, Jason, with people lining up.
Yeah, and then the second that he said that it was not paying, it just went ding, and just nothing.
If you're live with us on twitch.tv and you want to talk wrestling once a week on a Thursday, hit me up. I'll probably have some openings here pretty soon.
Just to let you know, too, eventually it's probably going to be a Friday, and then after that will be a Saturday.
Yep,
It'll
and
be
then it'll
back.
go to Sunday where it originally started,
Yeah.
and then you'll cycle through the days
Hey,
all
honestly,
over again. It's
honestly,
Days of
aside
the
from-
week.
aside from me,
Days of the week.
aside from me going on vacation, I feel like Thursday has been fine. Like I don't think we've had
Yeah,
any
Thursdays
issues with
work better,
Thursday,
yeah.
honestly.
You're
I think
right. We've
Thursday
had,
is
like, a
finally
couple-
the day that works for all of us that we can make happen. So I'm not mad.
I mean,
at it.
I'm not gonna lie. I was rooting that Toy Fair was gonna stop me from being here. I was like, yes, they have to record without me. I can go to bed after
You don't want to
this.
talk about Wrestle. It's
I'm-
WrestleMania, dude. WrestleMania
I'm-
is coming.
I don't
I'm
get to watch though. So like, I'm excited but sad because I'm gonna be in Chicago. So
Well,
I'm
you
not
can
gonna
still
get to
watch it though. Take a fucking tablet with you. Watch it on your phone.
I don't own a tablet.
You can watch it on your phone. It's on Peacock. It's an app.
I guess.
I mean, you can
I don't
literally
know, but
watch.
I'm gonna
like,
be there.
it's
I'm
not-
gonna be
it's
there
not
with
the
my
same.
girlfriend, so it's gonna be kind of weird to be like, here, hold on, let me watch watch WrestleMania.
And I'm kind of like a little bit with Mike on this one. Like that would kind of suck. Like watching on your phone. Like it's WrestleMania.
Like, don't get me wrong, I had considered it like taking my Fire Stick with me
Yeah.
and plugging it into the TV there, but at the same time, we're gonna be at the con the first day, so I'm probably not gonna be back until 9-10 o'clock, so I'd catch like the tail end of it of night one, and
Oh.
Sunday we'll be driving at that point, so I definitely won't be able to watch it.
Well, Kevin and I found a way to watch. What pay per view is that we watched on the drive home from? Where were we?
We were coming back from Louisville.
That's right. Yeah, coming back from Kentucky.
I feel like it was a Money in the Bank because that was in June.
Yeah. It was. We had so I had my iPad propped up, and we were watching Money in the Bank in the car.
Yeah.
On the way.
So yeah. So for 3 hours, I was like watching it out of the corner of my eye. Like that shows you how great my peripheral vision is.
Yeah.
That I was able to drive and watch it at the same time.
He was spotting raccoons like all over. If you don't get that joke, I'm sorry, but those two got it, so that's all that matters. So we've been on this for 6 minutes and 41 seconds and haven't said a damn thing about wrestling, but it's okay.
One of my favorite things. I was spotting raccoons left and right, baby.
Those were raccoons, they were potholes. I didn't have the heart to tell you. Oh man.
It makes me think also that and when they were trying to Jerry and Elaine were trying to set George up with Elaine's friend, it's like and he's strong. I seen him lift 100 pounds right over top of his head.
All right.
Oh man.
Now
I'm not gonna lie. Now I kind of want. Can we just after WrestleMania just switch to a Seinfeld podcast? It'll be the Seinfeld Minute, and we
Oh
go
my God.
through a review starting episode 1 just every week.
is that a thing?
We
Does that
do.
exist?
I mean, it probably does, but who cares?
What is why, Michael? Half your picture is cut off. What is that in Discord? That's there's an advertisement.
It's an
Get rid
advertisement.
of that.
I like that he blamed me for it. He's like, "Why is your face cut off?"
Well, no, I wasn't blaming
God.
you. I was just like, I just happened to look over. I was like, what the fuck? Why is half of you cut off? And then I went.
I wonder why.
back
I
and
wonder
saw
why.
I mean, Jamar debated on getting revenge, but I told him that we're better than that. So
Jamar thought it was
I wonder why you-
hilarious. He was laughing his ass off. Jamar can join our podcast anytime. I'm fine to have him. I'll take the overlay off so it looks good.
God.
Anybody that wants
So
to pop
this-
in
this-
on Gimmick
this-
Minute can pop in. Go ahead. What's up? I'm all about the
or
pop-in.
this one.
Sorry.
Well, this
I had to get one more Seinfeld thing.
love the poppin'. Love the poppin'. I love how this whole theory of our show tonight. I'm like, it's gonna be
Getting
quick
into
because
it.
we're just gonna talk about WrestleMania, and now we're what?
16 minutes in.
All right, let's
We're 8
okay,
minutes
let's
and
just
50
go through-
seconds in and have not
let's
said
just
the
go
damn
through-
thing about WrestleMania.
all right. Let's just go through the card. I don't want to talk about what John Cena had for breakfast 2 years ago. Let's just talk about the match.
Well, do we say anything about AEW first, or we just gonna go straight into it?
I mean, what's to say? John Moxley is mad at the drama, and CM Punk is back on bad terms.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really care about stuff like that. What'd you guys think of the 4 pillars in the ring a couple weeks ago?
That was good.
that was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the last night with MJF and Jungle Boy was good.
Yeah, it was.
I do real quick. I do like the whole like elite, elite, and as Adam Page called him last night, the BBC. I don't know if you guys caught that.
Yeah. Leave it hang, man.
But how about Don Callis? Like when he took that bump, did you guys see?
Mhm.
They
He
said
got busted
like
open hard way.
they said that his cut was so deep that you could see his skull.
Oof.
So
What
like
did he
he
land
like had,
on?
I don't know if he just. I don't know. I didn't read that. But he just landed and like, yeah,
He
like
just took it.
legit, like.
I watched it. He took a back bump in the ring. Like I don't know what he would have hit that would have cut his.
No. It was
That's
it
when.
was it was the backstage
Oh, the
segment.
back. Oh,
Yeah.
last night or yeah,
Yeah,
last night. Okay, got you. I thought that we were
yeah,
talking 2 weeks ago.
yeah.
Okay.
Like it was so bad. Like he had to get like rushed to the emergency room. Like, and I guess he's home and okay.
I'll be honest
But
with you. When I got home, I just went on a binge of getting caught up on all the wrestling shows, so they're all kind of jumbled together in my head right now. Like I can't really tell the
yeah.
difference what happened what week or whatever. But
No, I mean, AEW hasn't been terrible. Like some of those, you could tell they're trying to do some actual like storytelling. Like especially last night with Adam Cole and Jericho coming down and Jericho like glaring back at him. So like there's gonna be at least there's gonna be something there. Like you're not putting Cole right into the title picture. You know what I mean? Like Jericho wants to work with him, probably put him over. I like that. I like the whole elite and combat club. I think that's going to be.
I like
There's
that
still-
Kenny is starting to go back to New Japan. Kenny.
Yes,
He's
came
back
out
to the
the
old music and everything.
yeah. His last two matches were. I mean, even the match last night.
yeah, the Jeff
Pretty
Cobb
sweet.
match is pretty good. And honestly, I didn't know about the Viking Co or whatever that guy's name is. I mean, that match was fantastic.
So-
but it's
so they were-
Dude, that
yeah,
dude is that dude who did the fucking front flip thing and was like gonna hit him through the table, but he like
Yeah.
smacked the back of his head on the ring.
Yeah, he did a Springboard 630 through a table. Yeah, so they were supposed to face each other in 2021 in Mexico for the. So that dude's the like AAA champion,
Mhm.
which is what the title Kenny had before he vacated it, and before he got injured. And then this dude, I think, is the champion now, or he was. But they were supposed to face each other in Mexico, but because like COVID issues and stuff, they never did.
Well, then Kenny got hurt. I thought that some of it had to do
He
with
got
his
hurt.
injury too.
Probably his injury too, yeah. But yeah, I agree with Mike though. Like I like this Kenny Omega, and it's just helping the whole situation too. So, yeah. So I mean, doing some decent stuff. So see
So,
where it
do you
goes.
think Don Callis is going to be a part of the Combat Club then? Do you think that's where this is leading? Because it kind of felt like he was gonna turn himself the one day on.
I heard that could be a possibility.
It just seemed like that was kind of the way they looked like they might be going for a minute, but I don't know. Replace
Yeah.
Regal and turn on Kenny or something, but I don't know. Who knows? All right, enough AEW. It's WrestleMania season. We're getting into it.
Yeah.
So let's do this shit. Let's do the damn thing. All right. So I'm gonna pull up
Who's the champion
of what? Oh, gimmick
of
minute?
gimmick
I think
minute?
it's still Kevin. It's Kevin.
So the title's on the line, right? It's WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's
has to be.
WrestleMania.
Wait.
The title's on the line.
Hold on.
Without a doubt.
Hold on.
Oh, he has to go get it.
Of course. Yeah.
Mine's in the closet, or I'd go get it.
I mean, I got mine hanging. I could get
Yeah, I
it
don't
if
have
I
anywhere
wanted
to
to, but I
hang
don't
it.
want to stand
Yeah.
up and show my ass or anything.
That's fair. I've already done that once, after all.
Uh,
And then me and Kevin had a good old fun time with that for a solid like 10 minutes.
yeah, it was good stuff.
I wish you guys could have seen me when I got up. I was like,
Oh, I thought maybe your pants fell down.
Boy.
I'm sorry. I'm like fucking like off the rails right now. So.
Did you get your championship after all that?
Oh yeah, right here.
Okay, like after all that, you didn't even like put it on screen. You literally just like ran over there all giddy
So-
and then never did anything.
So you notice a change I did was that I just changed it to where the side plates are this,
Gimmick.
New logo.
Mhm.
Okay.
and then as of right now, there's a
Ooh.
blank
Oh,
nameplate on it.
All right.
I don't think I've seen this one because it even has the new logo on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's sexy. I like that.
Sexy.
So it's it's the combination of NXT title is in here, the WWE Championship with live and worldwide.
Mhm.
You get the AEW with the diamond plating, and then the design of it actually is so like the bottom part
So
of the
we-
WWE title. Well, no, the bottom
It's
part
the
of
big
Oh,
gold,
big
right?
gold.
What?
What?
No, hold on.
Oh,
Let me
sorry.
explain.
we're stepping all over this.
the bottom part is the WWE Championship. The sides of it are like the AEW Championship,
Oh
and then
yeah.
the top is like the NXT Championship.
Oh, okay.
The side plate is
That's
like
NXT.
AEW Championship here, and then WWE NXT kind of. So yeah, there's all kinds of
All the
good
belts are
shit to it.
incorporated.
Yeah,
I think Kevin missed his calling.
I should have been
So
belt
the belt
maker.
collector, he could be belt maker.
Belt designer. Yeah. All right. So Kevin was nice enough to send the handy dandy match cards that looked
Which I
pretty
feel like
legit.
something was missing.
Huh?
Didn't
So
they
that
like announce like the Andre the Giant Battle
Those
Royal,
are
what they
happening
were
on
calling it, the
SmackDown.
showcase?
That's on
Oh, is this
SmackDown.
happening on SmackDown
Yeah,
instead?
so SmackDown now is pretty much like night one of WrestleMania. Really, it's almost like all of SmackDown is like a pre-show for WrestleMania. So because it's the backdrop for the Hall of Fame. Like the big event Friday night is the Hall of Fame more than it is SmackDown. Like I feel like they'll probably do something with Roman and Cody for like a go home, since
Yeah,
Roman wasn't on Raw.
they're confirmed to have a face to face
Okay.
on SmackDown, and then I believe everything I saw was KO, Sammy, and like Usos might be opening the show on SmackDown for a little thing.
Okay.
So
Cool. All right, so let's kind of roll through it. We'll talk a little bit about like some of the other stuff that's happened throughout the weeks as we get to the matches. But we'll start on the Saturday show, night one. So the first one on the card is that now this is the part that's like kind of thrown together, like where I thought they said that they didn't really want to do this, but I guess they did it anyway. But the WrestleMania showcase matches, so they're tag matches. So you got Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Street Profits versus American Alpha. I almost said American Alpha. Alpha Academy and the Viking Raiders. So that's on the men's side of things for that match. So this is basically just a fatal four-way tag match, I guess. It says WrestleMania Showcase. So they haven't really said like much about what the rules are for it. But I mean, it's just a way to kind of highlight some talent.
payday,
What?
payday.
Payday, right.
Yeah.
All right, so who's getting the bulk of this payday?
Who were the teams again? It was
Strowman
Alpha
and
Academy.
Strowman and Ricochet, Alpha Academy, Profits, and Viking Raiders.
I'm gonna go Viking
Profits.
Raiders.
I also said Viking Raiders.
I said
I
Profits.
heard you.
Then I'll go Alpha. Be different than Jason.
See,
That's a bold strategy considering they're breaking up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, because the whole thing with Otis
and the male models
getting recruited, by Maxine Dupree. It just seems like Alpha Academy is kind of on their way out. So I feel like they're the only team I wouldn't think is going to win this match. So are you sure you want me to change your answer? Or do you want to go Strowman and Ricochet to be different?
I feel you have a better chance of Big Beefy Boy than
All right, yeah, I'll take Strowman.
Wait,
Round Beefy
is
Boy.
it Otis?
I swear, I swear.
He's
swear-
a different Big Beefy Boy.
But if Alpha wins, I get at least a half a point.
Okay.
Sounds good. Give you half a point if Alpha wins. All right. And then another match that's going to be on Saturday is, oh man, I cannot wait for this one. And man, WWE did this so perfectly too. Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio.
Yes.
Dude, the crowd reaction when Rey popped
fucking
Dominic.
Pimp slapped him.
Oh my god, dude, it was great, and the promo we cut afterwards, like that was so perfect. So I don't.
But-
go ahead. What were you say?
Well, how about I don't know if you guys saw today? Dominic and Rhea went to the like WWE Access or whatever, and like in front of fans and stuff, and they just cut videos and like he spray painted like shit over Ray's face like on posters, and he like was like grabbing like that Ray's custom title belt they had made for him and like throwing it down, stomping on it. So like,
Wow.
I mean, yeah.
So I will say this though, like I think that Ray going in the Hall of Fame is going to be special. I really want though something to happen on SmackDown or maybe what you're talking about, him doing those things leading to Dominic getting arrested or something, so he can't interfere with the Hall of Fame speech. Like, I feel like the Hall of Fame thing needs to still. I feel like Ray needs to have
It needs to be
this moment
special, not to be
and
not
not be a
be
part of the storyline, right?
Yeah.
What do you?
Yeah, I don't think they will. Like, I don't see like, maybe Vince possibly would, but I can't see like Triple H, like,
Yeah.
But honestly, even Vince, so like, I mean, they hold the Hall of Fame like in pretty high regards.
See,
for,
I
like,
feel
special.
like I believe and disagree with that at the same time, because if they really did, they wouldn't have opened it to the public and made it into an event to make money off of. It would have been back when it was just the former superstars and their families and stuff like that, and it was more personal and less of like a bunch of random people in fucking t-shirts.
Yeah, but they keep those people hidden for the most part.
Well, they don't. They show the crowd all the time.
Well, yeah, but they're not like on the like they're not the backdrop when like people are talking and stuff like that.
I mean, they were the year that Bret Hart got attacked.
Yeah.
Well, that was wasn't that guy like an MMA fighter or something like that? He wasn't even like just a normal fan. Like he went there with.
I don't know. He got his ass beat by fucking everyone though. But no,
Yeah.
they like literally they had them in the ring with the front like the hard camera facing it like it was just Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think though that they still kind of. Well, even when they used to do it, they've always had fans there, though. I
I
not
feel like
always,
the first like several years they didn't.
They did, but
It's been a while. They've had them for a while, but like
Yeah.
when they first started, they didn't.
I would say like WrestleMania like 20 is like when they first started. Like they still did it in like a little like basically like
Theater.
like a
like a
hotel
conference
like
room thing or something.
conference
like that, yeah.
room or whatever, and there were fans there, not as many, but it wasn't until like WrestleMania 21, like when Hogan got inducted, and like that's where they started going into arenas.
Yeah.
And Mike's right, like back in like the there was years they didn't even do them. You know what I mean? Like if they did, they didn't like tape them or anything.
Yeah.
Like when they first started doing them, yeah, they were always in.
See,
Stuff like that, like a conference.
If I was at WrestleMania and I was a fan going to it, though, I would dress up.
I mean, that's how it should be. I think it should be like a formal attire required, because I feel like it just takes away from it when they show fucking Joe Schmo and his jorts and his fucking
that's
Mysterio hoodie. That's
how it was. If you watch that one, because that one for WrestleMania 20, that's the one where like Bobby Heenan did his speech and stuff. If you look, like the fans and stuff are like it was a requirement. Like you had to like dress up.
It should be. Fucking heathens.
Even if you just wear like if you just wear like a pair of jeans and like
a polo,
doesn't
anything. You
have
show
to
up
be
in your fucking merch shirt and jeans. I'm just like, you're just disrespecting the process. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, so anyway, so then what's going to happen in this match? Does Ray get the win, or does Dominic get the win? Like,
Dominic gets the win.
Tough call, right? I'm kind of.
I mean,
I think it's going to be Dominic too.
Why put Ray in the Hall of Fame if this isn't it?
I think if this was it, though, it would be an announcement, because I feel like the mask will be on. Like I don't think Ray can retire unless a mask is on the line. Because isn't that it for the Luchas? He has to take the match. He has to lose.
He has to lose the mask for when he retires. But it could also be something where like he loses and Dominic just takes the mask and now it's his.
And then Ray comes back and reforms the Filthy Animals.
I mean, isn't Conan gonna be inducted him?
Yeah.
Conan's gonna be.
Yeah.
Did you see where Vicky Guerrero said in an interview that she wishes she was a part of the storyline?
Oh my god, I wish that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Be amazing.
I still stand by, if Dominic doesn't come out in a fucking lowrider to lie, cheat, steal, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I mean he's been bringing it up, saying I wish Eddie was my father like multiple times. So that would be
if
cool.
he doesn't do it, I'm gonna be so mad, because I've been calling it for fucking months.
That's like a Seth Rollins troll to do that. Like that would be perfect.
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go with Dominic too. I just, he's so hot right now with everything he's doing. Like this is just gonna.
I'll be different and say Ray because I feel like they can get another match out of it.
I feel like it takes away from it though. Like if you're gonna have the blow off needs to be at Mania for this. Like I feel like SummerSlam just isn't right.
Though, so it can't be the blow off. You can't blow it off.
I mean, it can be because it's been the whole thing is he doesn't want to hit his son.
Yeah,
so
but
like
I think Dominic is gonna eventually be the one that takes the mask off of him. So I think Dominic will be the one who gets that win on him. But I don't think it has to be at Mania. Like I feel like they could be down the road somewhere.
I don't know. I feel like it makes it more special if it's at Mania. SummerSlam just doesn't feel special to me.
Well, maybe it's next Mania. They could stretch us out for another year.
Oh my god, I don't know if I could do a year of this.
Well, but off and on though, like it doesn't have to be like you know what I mean.
Like maybe if he fucking like Barbara Gordon's his dad and he's fucking stuck at home, like sure, but like if we're just talking like Ray's still around, then I don't want it.
So is he gonna full Barbara Gordon him or just the breaking the back for shooting him? In the
just the breaking back part. We're not. Yeah, he's not gonna do all the other stuff to him.
Okay, all right. I just want to know how far he was gonna go.
No, he's not gonna like parade his mom through a carnival with a bunch of pictures of the things he did to his dad.
Okay, all right, cool. All right. So the next match is going to be Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan the Maverick Paul. I mean, they're really selling that punch. I mean, really selling that punch. Even more so than they did with Roman.
But here's the thing, though. With Roman, he didn't land it during the build-up.
Yeah, he landed it twice.
He's landed it twice with Seth. So I'm thinking Seth's getting it just because of that. The fact that Logan's contract's up after Mania. And I feel like Seth keeps losing these big matches. And while he doesn't necessarily need it because he's still fucking hot with the fans, I feel like you can't have him constantly lose.
Yeah, I like Seth.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I think the smart money's on Seth. You know, the only
it's gonna be match of the fucking weekend, so it doesn't matter.
It might be, but I got another sleeper that could take it for match of the weekend. But this one will be up there for sure. The only thing that worries me a little bit about it though is the fact that they did say that Logan's contract was up because I feel like.
They didn't. He did.
Right. Well, he did,
said it on his podcast.
Right. I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like that dude is constantly working. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I feel like that would be a way for him to kind of draw suspicion off of him to make everybody because his whole thing is you think I can't win, so maybe dropping that little nugget in there like kind of helps people further think he's not going to win, so that if he does win, fair. He's going to like you know what I mean? I don't know.
But at the same time, I feel like he'd also be gloating that like my contract's up and I'm gonna fucking leave WWE undefeated. Like that seems like that'd be a little more in character.
How's he gonna be undefeated? He lost to Roman.
Oh, that's right, he did. He was undefeated leading up to Roman, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's right. Never mind then. There goes my theory.
All right. Trish, Lita, and Becky Lynch take on Damage Control. A lot of talk about the possibility of Trish turning heel and having a run against Becky Lynch. What do you guys think about that?
Odd choice.
Yeah.
Like why?
It was a match that they were supposed to have a few years back when Becky was in her heel run, but it never happened. So I guess that now they're going to try to run it back, but do it a different way. I don't know.
I just don't know who needs this match. Like, does it really do anything for anyone to have them? Because like nothing against Trish. Like back in the day, like what her and Lita did was crazy for that time's women's division. But like she couldn't lace the boots of like most of the women on the roster now. So like
okay.
I don't know.
I'm gonna pick Becky, Lita, and Trish for two reasons. Reason number one, I'm not picking Damage Control or anybody from Damage Control to win a match until they actually fucking win a match.
Yeah, I gotta say that's enough reason right there. I mean, and I have a feeling I know what reason two is, which is the reason I'm also picking.
What's your reason?
I think they're gonna break up.
Oh, okay. No, my reason number two is that Becky, Lita, and Trish have the acronym BLT, So I'm going with that. BLT, bacon, lettuce, tomato, BLT.
Yeah. So you chose it because it's a sandwich?
Yeah, basically, yeah. And it was,
Were you hungry when you made this decision?
And it was easy to type in.
We have reached a
This is a
point.
low. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've jumped the shark.
I think Becky and them win, but then I think Trish turns on her afterwards.
Okay, you're going BLT.
I mean,
Yeah.
I could see that happen.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I think damage control's on their end legs because it's not doing anything for anyone. You're holding back both of these two younger talents, and it's doing nothing for Bailey either. So like, it's time for them to move on.
All right. So what I'm hearing is we all want a BLT.
I'm not a big fan of BLTs, but sure.
I mean, I really can't eat them.
We'll find
unless it's fake. Unless it's faking.
We'll find vegan bacon.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay. We'll find we'll find some faking for you.
Yeah, here, what we'll do is I'll take your bacon and you can have my tomatoes.
All right. So the next match listed, I'm just gonna go in order of what's listed from top to bottom. But the next match listed, in my opinion, should be the top of the card night one, and that's gonna be the Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
So that's what I
tag titles.
put that on our chat. I don't know if you saw it, Jason.
Yeah.
From what I read, yeah. Supposedly that is going to be the main event, and that Rhea and Charlotte are going to go on before them, so they're going to like kind of co-main event.
I feel like that's not fair to Rhea and Charlotte though. Like, so while I hate Charlotte, I feel like going on before the main event usually is not. It's usually a match that everyone's like resting before.
Well, maybe it goes like maybe they have
it could.
I say like Roman said, you either open or you close.
Right.
Cena Theory is confirmed to open night one.
Oh,
yeah. Like WWE confirmed that.
I mean, it's the thing is though, you got to go with the hottest story, and Sammy and Kevin and the Usos are the hottest story.
I agree. I'm just saying that placement, like Rhea and Charlotte, should not be right next to them on the card. They should be more. They should much earlier or like better position.
But
like,
you know what though? You got to think of this in
the fucking tag team match before that.
You got to think of this in terms of how Triple H books his shows, though, because if you look back at those NXT shows, he didn't do it the way that Vince does. He didn't have that, that like the banger open and then kind of like mediocre mids, and then then you got your main event at the top. Like, he ramped it up. Like, he went with.
Well, it's because all of those matches were compelling matches and stories, so he didn't have any space to put in any filler.
But let's be honest.
Every match on the takeovers mattered.
But let's be honest though, on this card right here, aside from the tag match, what's filler? It's all compelling stories. That, like, it really doesn't matter the match order necessarily, because when you take that tag match out of it, every single thing has a good, compelling story going into it. Dominic and Ray, Logan and Seth, Rhea and Charlotte, Austin and Cena.
What has been the story build up for that? Because I haven't seen them interact much. The only time I see Rhea is when she's like beating people up during Rey Mysterio's matches.
Rhea's been on SmackDown every week the last 3 weeks. They've had face-off interactions. Dominic's been in some of them. Charlotte slapped the shit out of Dominic. Like, they've had interactions face to face. And Rhea, when she's on Raw, has cut some really good promos on Charlotte as well.
Yeah, Charlotte said something about having a real Latino at home or something like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I have a real Latino at home that calls me mommy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there has been a good build to it. I mean, they really have.
Okay. I hadn't heard anything about it, so I wasn't sure like what they were doing.
Well, they have this show on Friday nights called SmackDown. If you actually watch the show, it fills in a lot of the blanks.
The build has been fine, but
it's not KO and Sammy versus Usos. That's the thing. Yeah, it's not the hottest story.
And, I mean, I wouldn't even be convinced, like, saying that's the hottest story in my opinion, because I've cooled off on it, but that's just me.
But you're not. But that's the thing, Michael. You're not watching.
But I am. I've watched every KO and Sammy in the Usos segment on their YouTube channel when they post it.
Okay, but it's I don't know. Maybe it's different in the moment, but watching it in the moment as it's happening, like it has been very very compelling, and the crowd has been hot as hell.
Well, I'm not saying.
for it.
Again, I specifically said I have cooled off on it, and that's just me.
Okay.
I never said that it wasn't over with the fans. I just said that I've cooled off on it. Like I didn't really care for the way they did it, so it just like didn't do it for me. And I'm like, the match will probably be good, but out of all the matches on the card, it's not the one I'm most looking forward to.
All right, Kevin, what were you gonna say?
I don't remember.
Oh, sorry. What were we talking about? Was it about Rhea and Charlotte, or was it about the Usos?
Yeah, Rhea and Charlotte was your sleeper match that you think is gonna.
No, that is not it.
Oh,
My sleeper match is actually on night 2, but go ahead.
Oh, I don't know. It was the match that you said.
All right,
was...
so, no, we're trying to predict this.
Yeah, I'm picking KO and Sammy. I think the Bloodline's going to take some time off after a minute here, but I'm going.
Oh yeah, 100% agree. Yeah, I'm going KO and Sammy too.
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right.
Like I cannot imagine a world where like with all of the, especially the just the work that Cody's done of like sowing the demise of the Bloodline, being like, you're going to lose this, that, and the other, and everything falling apart, and then him beating Solo in his first fucking like legit singles loss. Like, I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah, and we'll get to Cody Roman, but there's
yeah, we'll get that.
Some theories on some aftermath stuff, but anyway.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. All right, so how about then Rhea and Charlotte? So I like, to me, I think this is the way that they're building this. This is kind of like Rhea's coming out party, right? Like I don't think there's a hotter female wrestler in WWE right now than Rhea Ripley. I mean,
I agree.
She has everything going for her right now, and I love the dynamic of her being the women's champion with Judgment Day to flank her and protect her. It's almost like kind of like the Bloodline, but with the female lead, and I think that's going to be a fun dynamic to watch. And I don't.
Plus, I just love the dynamic of like the Eddie and China thing with her and Dominic. Like it's literally paralleling that, and I love it.
Yeah, and also
I'm going with Charlotte. I'm going with Charlotte.
Going Charlotte? Okay.
You fucking trash.
Do you have a reasoning for it?
I don't know. I just think
Charlotte must pose.
Yep, Charlotte must pose. Right. It's the feeling I have.
Okay. I mean, I'm kind of buying into the whole, them bringing up Rhea's loss to Charlotte a couple of years ago at WrestleMania as being the motivation and stuff like that. Like, I just kind of feel like this is a way to really put that spotlight on Ripley, but we'll see what happens. All right, and then the top bill of this card, according to this graphic that is apparently official because it's from, it's got the Peacock
it's from WWE,
Network logo, yeah. But top of the bill there is the John Cena versus Austin Theory match for the United States Championship. Man, a big spotlight for the United States Championship. And I was thinking about this too. Like, you think about the tag team championships. Let's say they end up closing the show with that. A tag team championship main eventing
never happened.
Like that's incredible considering that it used to be a pre-show filler.
And this not only will be the first ever tag team title main event if it happens, but this will only be the second ever tag team main event in history.
Wow.
The only other one was the WrestleMania 1.
Wow. Well, and there hasn't even really been a whole. Yeah, that's true because it was a
Hogan and Mr. T.
Yeah.
And against Orndorff and Piper, but there has not been a tag match or not even tag title match in the main event.
I mean, honestly, how many times have the tag titles actually been defended on the main show of WrestleMania? Not very many.
As of the last several years, it's always been pre-show.
Yeah.
I mean,
if at all.
Yeah, I mean, the first however many. Yeah, but in a while, it's not been a lot. I mean,
but we're talking about the U.S. Championship match though, and this is a big moment for that match. It's a big moment for Theory. As much as you want to hate the guy because I mean he does such a good job of being a heel, like you really do want to just boo the shit out of him, But you also at the same time, if you kind of know the backstory, like you got to kind of be excited for the guy. Like he's literally getting to step in there with the guy that made him want to be a professional wrestler, like the guy that he kind of modeled himself after to like train.
Yeah, he really was the prototype like version of John Cena, wasn't he?
Right? Yeah, definitely. Like and Cena kind of called him out there in a promo and said, "Oh, you're in the ruthless aggression phase right now." Like,
That's great.
oh man. So Theory was on After the Bell, and he was very vocal about like his that kid's confidence is on a level that most people never get to. Like his confidence in himself is just incredibly through the roof. Like he was talking about he met MVP and Batista in a gym when he was like 18 years old, and he walked up to MVP and said like, "I'm gonna be where you are one day. Like I'm gonna be in your like I'm coming to do what you do and work in the WWE and
I'm coming.
championship." Right? Yeah. Like he basically told MVP that, and MVP like remembered that. Like he was telling the story on MVP actually was on After the Bell as well. He was telling the story about how he remembered like when Theory brought it up to him. He goes, "Yeah, I remember you're the kid that came up to me in the gym when I was getting a smoothie." And he's like, "Yeah." Like he specifically remembered the moment that it happened. So, but yeah, I mean,
in his defense, that was like 4 years ago for him, right?
Well, I don't know if he was working out with Batista. It's probably I don't know.
It was just a joke because he said he was 18 and like he's like what 22.
Yeah, he might have been younger than that because I think he's like 25 now. I don't know. Maybe he was like 15 or something like that when it happened. I don't remember. But regardless of the fact, like I just feel like is Cena really going to be around? Like, does Cena win and then do an open challenge on Raw and then lose it? Is that going to be how this is going to play out, or is this just going to be Theory winning the match?
That's the thing is you got to think about, okay, we know this is open the show. So do you want to open like a feel good moment but like you said, Triple H book's different. Like he may not care about that. He cares about getting this guy over.
I think Cena is on his way out. I don't think Cena, because think about it, Cena barely had his match last year. They had to fucking get him in on fucking New Year's Eve. So I think this is Cena's not quite as high tier, but Cena passing the torch like The Rock did for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it. Well, Cena already passed the torch, though. Like, he passed it to Cody a couple weeks ago. Like, after...
Yeah, but it wasn't after a match with him, though.
No,
so it's not quite the same.
He still he gave him that endorsement, I guess.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I feel like this is kind of, like, Cena coming in to do the favor. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he's doing for him what Kurt did for Cena.
Well, Kurt won the match, though.
Yeah, but he still like fucking gave him the opportunity and like made him look good.
All right, can you imagine? Let's say he has this like amazing match with Cena, whether he wins or loses, and he's walking in the back, and the Undertaker's leaning up against a crate. Hey, what's your name? Austin Theory. And he like shakes his hand, does the whole thing he did with Cena. Come on,
that'd be funny.
All right, so we all going Theory, or does somebody going Cena?
I'm going Theory.
Yeah.
I'll say Cena to be different. Why not?
Do you have a theory that Cena will win?
You can't see me.
I don't know.
Oh my God, I saw a video today of like, this is old, but Cena had like this weird like little tea and crumpet lunch with this old lady, and she was just like, "My granddaughter said that I might not be able to see you." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to explain that one to you."
That's funny. That's good shit. All right, let's go on to night 2 since we're already 40 minutes in.
Oh God, we're gonna. Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna need night 2 of our podcast.
Unfortunately, sir, we don't have time for that. Tomorrow night's the Hall of Fame, and then we get into.
And I'm gonna not be here, so yeah.
All right, let's hurry this fucking along.
All right.
I don't need a backstory on fucking whatever bullshit that's on this night.
You just name them and go.
Bullshit. Yeah. That's on. You got some good ass fucking matches on this night. So It's WrestleMania, Kevin. Put your balls on the table and wake the fuck up. Let's go.
I mean, are we supposed to hit him with a hammer? How's that going to wake him up?
I don't have a table either.
We have a desk, but
I like his only problem with that. He doesn't have a table. All right. So we got the female WrestleMania showcase match. The Liv and Raquel versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Ronda and Shayna versus Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. None of them are actual tag teams. It's all names. So Ronda and Shayna are technically a team. Yeah, but they don't have a tag team name, so they're all just their names.
Just because you have a tag team name doesn't mean you're not a tag team.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
I mean, it helps, but it's not like
Ronda and Shayna.
This is the part of the show where we ask Jason, "What sandwich are Shayna and Ronda?"
There's not a good acronym for that. SBRR. There's nothing you can really make out of that.
Sounds like some sort of like Russian spy organization.
Yeah. So, I mean,
so who are the options again?
Oh God, seriously?
Shayna and Ronda. I'm just going to Shayna and Ronda because I don't really care who the other options are.
Natalya and Shotzi, Ronda and Shayna, and Sonya and Chelsea Green.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm going Ronda and yeah.
Baszler? Okay.
I'm gonna go Chelsea Green and.
Okay.
That was my second choice. I'm not gonna lie.
Sonya. Because Cardona's gonna come out and help him win.
Go fuck yourself.
He's gonna be there.
Go fuck yourself. He's gonna be in the crowd with a fucking ticket. Because he was promoted to fan 3 years ago.
So I have R&B and Green DeVille. That sounds like some R&B music. I like it. All right. Green DeVille sounds like an R&B artist, so it works. I love it. All right. Brock Lesnar versus Omos. Now, a lot of people shit on this. There's been a lot of back and forth. But you cannot argue with the fucking crowd. Like, the crowd reaction for their interactions
it's because of Brock.
Hot every time.
It's only because of Brock.
It's not,
only
though.
Because of Brock.
It's
Brock is selling this feud.
Brock is doing a great job. I
know.
He is doing an amazing job. Brock is doing more to put him over than he has anybody else in his entire
I know, and
career.
I hate it. I fucking hate it. He's gone up against fucking superstars, and he wouldn't fucking put him over. This motherfucker, he's just like, I'm gonna make him look like $1 million.
I mean, he wouldn't give Moxley anything, but Omos, he's given everything to.
He's like, yeah, that doesn't work for me, brother. But Omos, this fucking giant who has zero fucking ring charisma, he's just like, I'm gonna fucking do every job possible.
I'll be honest though. In fairness, Omos has had I mean, you can almost count on two hands how many professional matches this guy's had. Like, he's still very green. Like, remember when Braun Strowman was first in the Wyatt family and how fucking terrible he was in the ring? Like, it took him a long time to get his footing. Omos is a former professional basketball player. Like, he has athletic skills and athletic footwork. Like, Omos has the tools to be a good giant in wrestling. He just needs some time to get seasoned a little bit.
And he's built like a brick shit house.
He really is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's not, like, he's in fucking great shape. So
no, I still just don't care.
That being said, he's still going to get F5, so I'm going Brock.
Oh, yeah, Brock for sure. I bet this opens.
I mean, I'm going to say Brock too, just because I feel like the only reason Brock agreed with this is so he could show that he could lift a big man.
But he's going to make him look like a fucking $1 trillion before he does it, which is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's going to try to suplex him a bunch of times and fail, and then he's finally going to get fucking pissed off and F5 him.
Yeah.
All right. On night 2, we are going to get a Hell in the Cell match. Edge says, bring your demon to meet the devil. That line alone sold me on this fucking, not that I wasn't excited for the match already, but when he said that, oh my God, dude, I got hard. Like, I'm so excited for this match.
Can I get a soundbite of that?
Oh, man. We lost him. He's gone.
Oh my god.
I'm so excited for this match.
Did you hear the rumors about Gangrel coming back?
That'd
No,
that'd be
it's
awesome.
no, it's true. Like he like posted something like flying to LA, so he's got and
Yeah,
also
but he could just be
He
fucking
could be there
feeding
for
it,
WrestleCon.
and
You know what I mean?
I don't,
yeah,
a lot of people said he's supposed to be there part of it, but I
he's supposed to be part of
also
the entrance. And he's supposed to have a spot with Damian Priest.
yeah both I guess,
Interesting.
and I guess whether WWE does it or not, I guess Tony Khan gave Christian permission to appear also.
Wow,
So,
that'd be dope.
Interesting.
but whether
But it's the
WWE,
caveat that he has to be
Well-
labeled as AEW wrestler, professional wrestler.
I mean, the
I
last
don't
time
know.
we saw Christian, he was put in a coffin and dropped below the dropped.
That's
below
perfect.
The
Yeah,
floor,
so it's like
so-
it's like he was telling the story.
oh my god, I really if he does come out, I hope that like all of a sudden the coffin just pops up like that.
And they all kind of look to the left.
Yes.
Dude, I hope that they fucking do that. I hope that Trips and Vinnie Mac are like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
That would be awesome. That all being
Especially if
said,
it's gonna be like the last WrestleMania for Edge.
And also I showed you guys the picture that they're going back to the original Hell in a Cell.
Instead of the big red one, they're going back to the normal one.
Yeah.
although I feel like the big red one would almost fit these two though more.
Unfortunately, yeah, it fits the story, but it's still unsightly to.
It's
fucking
terrible.
look at.
Yeah.
And it's a pain in the ass to fucking watch anything going on in it.
Yeah. I agree. I'm glad they're going to the original look of the cell. But yeah, I'm excited for this.
I'm
match.
curious if they brought it back to the original size so they can go on top or not.
So is Demon Finn
Oh,
gonna be like
yeah.
purple Demon Finn? Or is he gonna go?
That's
red
what I'm
and
wondering
black, or is
too. I was
gonna
wondering if
go
he was going to be like
purple?
purple and black instead of the normal like
Yeah.
red and black.
I would think so, yeah. I'm sure he's gonna pull all the stops for that one.
Yeah, he'll probably have like the angel wings and shit.
Like I mean, God, I would hope he like also if he came out like Hannibal Lecter or something like that, you know what I mean, like he used to, or
Yeah.
Jack the Rip,
Yeah.
Jack the
I
Ripper.
don't know if he could do some of them though. But it'd be cool.
Yeah,
Be
But-
interesting to see.
Demon must pose.
You know,
I mean, I agree.
I
I'm thinking
thought so
Finn.
too, but I'm gonna go Edge because I feel like this isn't the end for Edge, but I feel like it's gonna be the blow off for Judgment Day. So I feel like Judgment Day's gotten over on him enough that he needs to get one to kind of close the book for that and then move on to something else.
But I feel like this is him putting over Finn though. Like I feel like that's the point
Yeah,
of
I
it.
thought that too.
Yeah.
Like, I've been thinking that all day, like leading up to it, but I feel like
I mean, no, you're right. It's totally Edge. You should pick Edge.
I agree. Almost as yeah,
I'll tell you what.
almost as bad as you want a BLT.
I'll tell you what. I want Finn to win this match. I think Finn should win this match, but I think Edge is going to win the match. How about that?
Okay, as long as you pick Edge, I don't give a fuck.
If,
Your
if,
race.
Finn, if Finn doesn't win, if Finn wins, I won't be mad. I guess is what I'm saying. All right. Oh man, dude, this match is also going to be just. This match is going to be probably the most brutal. Like hell, there's going to be a Hell in the Cell match, but this match coming after it will probably be the most brutal match on the card, and that is Gunther versus Sheamus
Oh my
versus
God.
Drew McIntyre in a triple threat match.
Everyone's teddies are gonna be fucking bright red.
I mean,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
just
purple.
going to beat the absolute piss out of each other, are they not?
They are, and the worst part is like I only give a shit about one person in this entire match, but like I'm still like, yeah, they're just gonna beat the fuck out of each other.
So is this the whole thing leading up to this is Sheamus wants to win that IC title because it's the one that's eluded him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Drew that really wants to win it because he wants to, be the chosen one again, or actually properly hold the title. And then you got Gunther, who's the Ring General, who's basically just Gunther, like he nobody can beat him, right? So is this these two putting Gunther over, or is this Sheamus finally getting his flowers? Because I really feel like McIntyre's probably not going to win.
Yeah, I think out of all three of them, McIntyre has 0 chance.
Yeah, I think Sheamus is gonna pin McIntyre.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see Sheamus pinning McIntyre, especially because it
Because
seems like it's mostly revolved around the two of them this entire time, more than Gunther's-
Yeah, Gunther's been kind of more of an afterthought in a way, but he's also made his presence really felt in it as well. So
Yeah.
it's like he's definitely
Like he's not left out, but
yeah.
it's definitely like
I mean, the Intercontinental
he's not the
Championship.
cuck, but he's not the main star.
The Intercontinental Championship has sure come a long way from Cardona winning it in a ladder match. Like this is big time. I think this is going to be one of the most anticipated, looking forward to Intercontinental Championship matches in a long time. Like it's,
I agree.
I mean, it's amazing. You know, just the storytelling and the way that they've been building it and structuring everything. Like you think about this, like a year ago, nobody gave a shit who the United States or the Intercontinental Champion was, and now they're both in prominent matches in WrestleMania. I mean, it's amazing just what a little storytelling will do for the product and overall as a whole. But I'm picking Sheamus. What about you guys?
I'm going Sheamus.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think Gunther will get protected by not.
Yeah, I agree. I think Sheamus is pinning Drew.
All right. Moving right along. We got okay. So this is the match that I think potentially on paper could be the one to like really steal the show, and that's Bianca Belair versus Asuka. Like when you look at the two of them and their skill sets, they could have one incredible fucking match, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And and it's really hard to call too, which also makes it fun because, you know, Asuka is definitely in a different world than she's been in before with this kind of new character that she has, and being a champion could really help propel that character even further. And you know, you got Bianca, who's just been fucking amazing, and she could have a run like Roman. You know, like I mean, she's that good. So it's a tough one to call. So I'll let you guys deliberate here.
I think Bianca's gonna win.
I unfortunately agree. I want Asuka to win, but I think it's Bianca.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Asuka.
Well, fingers crossed that you're right, because that's who I want to win. But
yeah.
All right. And then the main event. Does he finish the story, or does the one continue to reign? I mean,
finish the story.
When this match was first kind of brought together, you know, the whole thing, the water was kind of murky with Sammy and all that, but since then the water has really cleared up, and they've been able to build this match through some really good promos, and they've also still incorporated the whole Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens things in it too, which has been brilliant. How they've been able to interweave all that and still keep the crowd pooling for all of these guys and not like overtaking it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just it's been masterfully done. And Cody, man, he's stepped up his game a lot. Like he's on a different. This is a different Cody Rhodes than I think we've seen. Really, you know what I mean? Like his in ring is his in ring. Like it's all his matches are kind of structured the same way, but promo skills on the mic, the story that's been being told, man, it's been really good and it's been fun to watch. What do you guys think? How are you guys feeling about this match?
I think Cody, like it's been an incredible build up. I feel like he's earned it. He's definitely turned it around. Like you said, it started off murky because of the whole Sami Zayn thing, but they've done a great job of at least making it so he doesn't become the villain of the story because of it. And like, I'm here for it. Let him be the face of the company. Let Roman go take some time off because, you know, clearly you can't do this forever. I'm still sad that Sammy, you know, in my opinion, still got demoted, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm going to finish the story.
Yeah. I can't believe first time I said this in almost 1,000 days, but Cody must pose.
Cody must pose.
I was back and forth so much on this, like for a while. Like as far as who's winning and whatnot, I just eventually just went with a gut instinct. I think with the talks of now they're gonna be debuting a new title belt, and that like Triple H wants to like kind of retire the Universal title
Mm-hmm.
and like bring back the World Heavyweight title because he does want to have. They are probably going to have two titles still split, one for SmackDown and then have like the WWE Championship. But I think he kind of like it's almost like the Universal title will be kind of retired with Roman in a way. You know what I mean? Like even though Cody's winning, but like maybe essentially they're getting rid of it. So, um, and I think that there's, and this was the point I wanted to make. I think there are so many feeders out there for Cody, more so than Roman. You know what I mean? Like you've got, I think people in the bloodline can challenge Cody. I think Gunther can challenge Cody. I think you know what I mean. Like I think eventually Seth Rollins can. I mean that would be a great feud.
Austin Theory.
Austin Theory. You know what I mean? Like there's so many people out there to challenge Cody just even within the next year. But like stuff that like it could be only be a couple guys because they could stretch stuff out. So it's getting to the point where yes, like Roman losing is like basically him going out on top though. You know what I mean? Because he's still on top. It's not like oh fuck, he just lost 5 months ago. Why'd they wait this long? He's still on top even if he loses.
But at the same time, I think if he wins, I still think people would accept it and nobody would be mad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I still feel like
no, yeah, I don't think I'd
if
be
it's
upset.
a real competitive match, if it's like especially like the matches that he's been having, like if he wins, like I still people think okay, well what we got next? Okay, it wasn't Cody.
Yeah, I think my biggest problem is who could it be at that point?
Have you guys seen the trend? Like, I guess it's a trend because I've seen it probably like 5 times. Like, I don't know how TikTok trends work, but it's like people doing a reaction, like point of view to WrestleMania Night 2, and you're hearing 1, 2, 3, and your reaction WrestleMania Night 2, 1, 2, 3, and then you hear Roman's music playing. Right? And then you see people going, oh, okay. But then you hear, if you smell, and then, people get really excited. So, like, the trend is, like, Roman beats Cody, but then The Rock's music hits and your reaction. So what do you guys think of that possibility of, okay, so we didn't get Rock Roman, but Roman ends up winning, and then The Rock comes out to confront him. Like, what if we get another scenario like with Cena, where The Rock comes out and says, next year, WrestleMania, me and you. And then Roman's got to carry the title for another year. But they build that match.
Another theory I could see is Randy Orton coming out and costing Cody, and those two having a feud. And Orton
is Randy ready yet though? Like he had that same backstory.
He's allegedly he's gonna be in L.A.
Really?
Yeah, that's the rumor that he's one of the supposed many surprises that are supposed to happen over the weekend.
Okay.
Which makes me wonder, like, where they stand on what's his face.
Riddle.
Yeah, because like he still like hasn't been talked about for months because of his whole like cocaine and all this drama.
I heard he's supposed to be coming back soon too. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think his suspension time is up now, but he was in rehab. So
I think even if Roman wins, I don't think The Rock comes out.
Yeah, I don't see The Rock coming out.
I don't either. But
The Rock's not had the best Hollywood experience lately, but I still don't see him coming out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like it's just kind of interesting to think of all the different. Like, there's so many different scenarios that could play out. Like, there's a lot of surprises that can happen. It's gonna be exciting. I don't know if you guys saw it. I actually had a reply to a tweet that actually got a little bit of love.
And you called someone a stupid smart?
I did not. No. Oh. There was no name calling about it at all. So this is kind of what I said, and I kind of want to reiterate this because like I want to give a challenge out to some people, right? So basically, somebody had posted something with Dax Hardwood. talking about how wrestling journalists only know what they're told, and how like basically like people will spin stories and give them, you know, stuff. And I didn't go into anything about Meltzer specifically or anything like that. I just said that it's so much more fun to watch without anyone's personal bias in your head. Just watch the TV show and react with pure emotion rather than letting someone dictate what you find entertaining with their quote-unquote information on what might be going on backstage. And I think what I want to do for WrestleMania and beyond, like, let's give it a month. Like, I challenge anybody out there. If you subscribe to Wrestling Observer, or if you're constantly clicking on all the different, you know, pop-up articles and the different news articles that come up about, you know, this or that, I put that shit down for like a month. Just give it up. Watch the product that's on TV and just be entertained by the product that's on TV, and don't worry about what else is going on backstage or what drama is going on or what this person is saying, what that person is saying, because let's be honest, most of it is probably bullshit and only half truths. So instead of letting that cloud what you're watching, I don't care if you're a WWE fan, AEW fan, it doesn't matter. It goes for both, honestly. Just let it go for a month and just watch the television shows and enjoy the product. And I guarantee you will enjoy it a whole lot more without that shit clouding your brain. So that is my challenge to anybody in the wrestling universe that is listening to our show. Give it a month. Go without any of that bullshit and clouding your wrestling watching, and just watch the shows and enjoy, especially with WrestleMania. But that's all I got on my soapbox. You guys have anything before we close it out?
Good luck with that, because that's how I find out most of the things that are going on in the wrestling world at this point.
Honestly,
I was literally just reading the Wrestling Observer as you were reading that. So,
yeah, but I mean, if you're finding out like what's happening as far as, you know, what you missed on a show, that's one thing. But if you're looking at getting information on who's debuting and who's showing up, like, honestly, I don't want to know. Like, I didn't even want to know that shit about Gangrel. Like, I'd rather be surprised. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, that's actually good advice for anything like on the internet, because anything anymore is just like, I don't know. Like, my wife read me something. What was it, a few weeks ago? It has something to do with the East Palestine like train derailment and stuff.
Yeah.
And she told me this, and like, I don't know if she was like halfway believing it. I said, because I'm listening to her, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Right? Like, it was so like off the rails, like something I couldn't believe she like was like believing. I said, where'd you hear that from? She's like, it was on TikTok. I'm like, oh my god.
Right. Yeah. Like, it is like, honestly, if you're a fan of anything, like, stay off of social media. Like, don't even look at social media or follow anything social media related for what you're a fan of, because it just fucking ruins
Unless
it.
you're a fan of BLTs and want to find out new types of ways to make a BLT. That's okay.
This episode is going to be entitled WrestleMania BLTs.
Also, we want somebody out there, whoever is the first follower of our show, to come up with sandwich names for everybody that's on both cards. We will show you a signed picture of 3/4
of the
Undisputed Era. We will show it to you for free.
Unless you've got one. I got rid of that years ago, so...
Well, Mike, they don't fucking know that.
Oh, okay. Well, you're still going to show it to them, so we have to.
Okay, well, I would find a photo and just scribble their signature.
That's fair.
All right, Michael, you got anything from the show that I interrupted earlier?
Yes.
We've been canceled because your ass came on here.
Yeah, we no longer can do live streams, apparently. No, head over to youtube.com/Modern Toy Fair. We've got multiple shows a week. We've got reviews, Let's Poses. We've got the weekly live stream that Jason likes to interrupt. And we've got the weekly podcast. Next week, we have a real fun one where I get Jamar and Nate to decide if they want to smash or pass a bunch of Ninja Turtle characters. So it'll be fun times.
Before you said Nate, I thought you were going to say get Jamar and Nate.
Close enough. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram at Modern Toy Fair. You can head over to tpublic.com/Modern Toy Fair. Got a bunch of shirts for our logos on them. Got some Gaming Man stuff on there. Let's go check it out.
Oh my god, you should make a shirt. It's like you guys on Modern Toy Fair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like in your 3-box squares, but then just have like
Jason peeking out.
Jason's just face, like the top part of his head. Interrupted.
Just shoving myself in. All right. Well, hey, thank you guys for listening to this week's episode of the show. Hopefully everybody enjoys WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. I know I am super excited for it. And unfortunately, Kevin and I talked, and we're not going to be able to watch it together this year like we do every year. So kind of sucks.
So then maybe you should text each other when you're talking about it this time?
We're not going to be watching it. We probably won't even be watching it necessarily real time every time either. So
yeah, like Saturday, I'm not gonna be able. Saturday, I probably won't be able to start until like after 9, and then Sunday I should be able to start on time.
Be able to start till after 9 on Sunday, so it's we both have offsetting things going on each day. So, but anyway, that's life, I guess. Sometimes when you're old, Kevin and I, we both turned 40 over the weekend.
God, you're old. So old.
Now that we both I don't know about you, Kevin, but since I turned 40, I have to fucking pee all the time. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I've been like that since 30, so.
Okay.
Because I drink like 120 ounces of water a day.
I do drink a lot of water too, but it just seems like the urge like comes on strong, and like I don't have as much time anymore. Like, I'm not getting as much of a warning.
Oh, mine's still good. I can hold for about 4 or 5 hours.
4 or 5, so. Yeah. I don't know.
That's impressive.
I mean, I might have 8 minutes now. But
it's actually better.
I could probably do like a half hour.
Yeah, but it's better that way. Like when you finally go piss, like it's better than sex. So.
All right.
Sorry, that was.
And on that note, thank you guys for listening to this week's episode of the show. My name is Jason. For Michael and Kevin, I'm here reminding all of you smarks to be a fan and always live your gimmick. Go be a fan. Watch the show. Don't listen to the bullshit.
And
unless it's coming from us.
Don't forget mayo on your BLT also. We forgot that.
Ew, fuck mayo. That's gross.
Drip, drip, drip. Gonna pee on you.
Yeah.
All right.
Mayo and chocolate.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Mayo and coffee. From Get Hard. The movie Get Hard.
You lost me there. I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
It's not a Seinfeld reference. We don't get it.
All right. I'm ending the stream now. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you to the couple people that's been in our stream today. Next time, chat with us and interact. I know one of you is Tony. Tony, don't be afraid. Just talk to us. It's okay.
Yeah.
Just calling people out.
WrestleMania. Oh, it's WrestleMania.